We don't seem to be getting the rain we're supposed to be getting.
No.
No.
I just hope it doesn't get too dry.
Mm-hmm.
And we're live.
We'll just wait till the
Yeah.
big hand says 6. And it is 6 o'clock. And so on that note, we would like to declare this meeting of April 13th of the Municipality of East Ferris Council open. And on that note, Madam Clerk, we turn it over to you for the adoption of the agenda.
We do have an amendment to the agenda, so I will read the resolution. I require a mover and a seconder, please. Moved by Councillor Kelly, seconded by Councillor Champagne. That the draft agenda presented to council and dated the 13th day of April 2021 be amended by adding to section 17 in camera the discussion of medical building under section 239 bracket 2 of the Municipal Act, subsection C, a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board.
All in favor? Thank you, Carrie. We will proceed to accepting the minutes of the previous meetings, and we have, I guess, is it 4 set of minutes?
We do.
Special meetings and a regular meeting. So, Madam Clerk.
A mover and a seconder, please. Moved by Councillor Lougheed, seconded by Deputy Mayor Trahan. That the minutes of the special meetings held March 18th, March 23rd, April 7th, 2021, and the regular meeting of council held March 23rd, 2021 be adopted as circulated.
All in favor? C'est bon, thank you. Any business arising from the minutes? There being none, we will proceed to item 5, declarations of conflict of interest. There being none, we will proceed to chair's comments. I don't think, Councillor Kelly, I don't think that's your hand, right? That's just your arm fixing your screen? Yeah. Okay. There being no comments, we'll proceed to delegations to council. And there being none, committee reports and directly to Public Works. And we did have a meeting on March 24th. And so I'll turn it over to Chair Tran and Co-Chair Kelly for any comments they may have regarding that meeting.
Thanks, Mayor. We did have the meeting on the 24th of March at 10 a.m. It was virtual on Zoom. Some of the correspondence and information I can provide you is that we spoke with the engineering with regards of half loads within the municipality to May 15th. That's still still going on. We also spoke with regards of tenders with the ongoing work for the calcium spraying on our roads. We talked about some equipment that will be talked further with regards of budgets preparations, and yeah, and then we had some minor conversation about some other ongoing items from there. Not sure, Terry, if there was something else, Councillor Kelly, sorry,
No.
I missed anything, or?
No, I think you've covered it all, Steve. I think we had a good meeting, and it's a busy time for the Public Works, but I think they've done a good job, and we got a lot of compliments over the winter. And now we're doing, as Steve said, it's onwards and upwards for the spring.
Any questions of the Public Works Department? No, c'est bon. Thank you so much for this report, both Deputy Mayor Trahan, Councillor Kelly. The Community Emergency Management Committee, there was no meeting. Fire and Emergency, none either. Planning Advisory Committee, the next meeting is April 21st, as is the same date for the Committee of Adjustment. Parks, Recreation, Parks and Culture, there was a meeting, and so Councillor Champagne, we will go to that. Any comments that you'd like to make? I think, Councillor Champagne, you're on mute.
Yep, I did do that again. I'm sorry. I apologize. The minutes from March 30th, there was some things brought forward as far as the sports recognition, and I believe where are we here? I'm in trouble opening this up here. There we go. Again, we got a meeting coming up next week, I believe. Somebody can help me out. I believe it's on the 24th. Does that make sense?
Wait, oh, no, sorry. That's, hang on, it should say it in here.
I don't know. My screen just went berserk here.
It says meet in April, so.
Yeah, I believe, Mayor Rochford, it's at the call of the chair. I don't believe the date's been set yet.
No, that's right. I apologize for that. And again, it's just for the sports recognition more than anything else. That's why we're bringing that up at the next meeting. I kind of didn't do the procedure right when we passed the motion. I kind of forgot to read it and I didn't get down the line. So we're going to re-put it back on the next meeting and it'll get passed at that meeting as far as for the recognition and as far as the policy goes. That's basically it.
Okay, okay, so we've all seen the minutes and they're very complete. So any questions of Councillor Champagne? If I understand correctly, then Madam Clerk, are we suggesting that the recommendation to move forward with the amendments made to the sports award and recognition policy that tonight, that we will move forward with that? Is that correct? Yes, we're in a position to move forward.
That
Okay.
is correct. That was part of the recreation minutes, wherever they had a recommendation to council.
Right.
And I prepared the resolution based on their recommendation.
So it was active transportation, I think, Councillor Champagne. That's the one. It's active transportation that there was not, I think, is that correct? Wait, okay, got it.
That's absolutely correct. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we're good. We're good with that. So active transportation is going to come to our next council meeting, or that's correct. So on that note, tonight we are looking at the recommendation to amend to the sports award and recognition policy. So these are not, if I may, Mr. CEO, if you'd like to touch on that, or I can touch on it, I leave it to you.
Go ahead, Mayor Rochford.
I believe this was a program that had been passed by the previous council with the Councillor Champagne at the head of the committee, and it has worked well. It's a good policy, and I think this year it's just as we were fine-tuning it. So I believe these are not significant changes. It's matters of cleaning up and making the procedure more complete, I think. So for those of you that have, I'm hoping everyone's read it, but I do believe it has been looked at very closely with Councillor Champagne and the committee. So on that note, let's table the motion and see if there's any questions or comments afterwards.
Okay, could I have a mover and a seconder, please? Moved by Councillor Champagne, seconded by Councillor Kelly. Whereas the Recreation, Parks and Culture Committee recommended to council to approve the amendments made to the sports awards and recognition policy, it hereby resolved the council approves of this recommendation.
All in favor? C'est bon. Thank you so much. And so tonight we will be touching on briefly on parts of this policy in when we get to the Centennial Celebration Committee. So thank you so much and good work. That was a lot of work to revise these policies, and we thank the committee for their diligence in doing so. Economic Development, the meeting is on April 21st, and that's next week as well. Communications Committee, we're next week as well, Councillor Lougheed, so that's on April 19th. East Fair Centennial Celebration Committee. Mr. CEO, may I ask, is Madame Saint-Denis online? Is she? Yeah, okay.
Yes, she is, Mayor Rochford.
Okay, if we could bring her on, and I will just say a few words prior to that. Councillor Trahan and I, both as co-chairs of this committee, were delighted, absolutely delighted by the support, if I may say so correct, Councillor Deputy Mayor Trahan, by the support of the citizens that are involved in the work that is going on. A couple of things in the minutes that were attached, you'll see, and I want to mention that just because it's being sent to the homes of all our citizens. There's a promotional piece, a small a promotional piece that's being sent to every home. It's going out tomorrow, so you should have it in your mailbox by the end of the week. That's promoting our boutique 1921 and the art program as well. And so if you can encourage everyone to take good note of these items, that they are important as we build to November 27th, our birthday. There's also a video that's going to be posted on our social media and on our website that is excellent, and that features our Jack Lockhart. It features the chairs of our art program. And so that's also going to be posted tomorrow night, I believe, no, Thursday night. And so again, if you could share it with your friends to encourage our art program as it moves forward. But tonight, very delighted that we have a very special resolution. And so basically this is a resolution that has come from the Centennial Celebration Committee, that we declare the week of April 18th to the 24th as Volunteer Appreciation Week in East Ferris. And on that note, I would like to ask Madame Clerk if we could table the motion, and then I will turn it over to Madame Saint-Denis, Joanne Saint-Denis, who is online, so she can provide some comments, and then we would vote on the resolution or engage in any discussion and then vote on the resolution.
I require a mover and a seconder. Moved by Councillor Kelly, seconded by Councillor Deputy Mayor Trahan. Resolution reads, whereas National Volunteer Week is being held during the week of April 18th to April 24th, 2021, with the selected theme, The Value of One, the Power of Many. And whereas East Ferris has a history over 100 years of volunteerism, and it is what has enabled this municipality to add to our community amenities and programs. And whereas this year, the municipality of East Ferris is celebrating its 100th anniversary, and that the selected theme is a nod to our past, a reflection to our present, and a wink to our future. Be it hereby resolved that Council for the Municipality of East Ferris declares the week of April 18th to the 24th, 2021 as Volunteer Week, the value of one, the power of many.
And so on that note, I'd like to introduce Madame Saint-Denis. Both Deputy Mayor Trahan and I are part of a subcommittee of the Centennial Committee for the volunteer component. And she has been really tremendous, Madame Saint-Denis. So we'd like her to maybe say a few words about the week and about what will be presented. And so on that note, I know she can't be by internet, so she's by telephone. So I hope everything will work well. Madame Saint-Denis, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So if you wouldn't mind just providing an overview of what is planned for the week of April 18th.
Okay, well, thank you for the invitation. And as a volunteer and a member of the Centennial Committee, we are delighted that the municipality is taking this in consideration to recognize outstanding individuals living in our community, and not only those that are living, but also those who has passed on. As you know, like what you have just heard is we are in our 100th year, and thanks to all the volunteerism, this has really enabled our community to provide additional amenities, programs, and the overall spirit of Notre Chez Nous. So this year, we are pleased to announce that there are 17 different local groups and organizations that have submitted names. And on April 18th, the municipality of East Ferris will be sharing a tribute to 20, that's right, 20 well-deserving recipients on our website. So the municipality will, so there'll be a PowerPoint presentation with music in the background that will feature every recipients, and it will give a brief summary of what they've done for the community. So that will be featured, like I said, on April 18th. So please stay tuned. Any questions?
Madame Saint-Denis, I'd like to just say thank you to you as well for everything you've done. And I must say, her work's not complete. She was part of the activities in February, and now in May, she's organizing a bat workshop with the Lake Nesponcing Anglers and Hunters. So on how to build, I guess it's a bat roost, you call it a bat house. And there's also, and then in June, she's organizing a youth fishing derby. along with again here with the anglers and hunters. So definitely she is a prime example of the types of individuals that are in our community that make up East Ferris. I should also finish by saying as well that as part of the volunteer recognition, we're also recognizing a very special person in our municipality, and that's Bonhomme Carnaval. And so as part of the volunteer recognition, Denise Beaupré with the subcommittee has been at it for a few months, trying to collect all the names of the previous Bonhomme Carnavals. And as some of you may know, this was no easy feat because it dates back to the 1970s in Corbeil and in Astorville. So, and I think we're missing one or two, but nonetheless, there's a beautiful plaque that has been prepared, or that is being prepared, and that's going to be in the lobby at the East Ferris Community Center, and that will pay tribute to all those that have served as Bonhomme Carnaval, and that will, in the years to come, continue to serve as Bonhomme Carnaval. So again, volunteer recognition, because there's always there's a person behind that head of the Bonhomme, and so it's also important to recognize who these people are. So in a nutshell, that's what's planned for Volunteer Recognition Week. And on that note, I call to members of council to vote in support of the resolution put forward to declare the week of April 18th, April 24th as Volunteer Recognition Week in East Ferris. All in favor? Thank you so much. And thank you very much, Madame Saint-Denis. I should mention that in April as well, on April 28th, we will be recognizing and that's Councillor Champagne, that's the work that your committee has done, which are the Sports Hall of Fame. The recipients will be unveiled, and there are two that will be inducted into the Hall of Fame and one for the annual recognition. So again, good work by a committee, and we'll talk about that at our next council meeting. So overall, that is our Centennial Committee's report. Anything else to add, Deputy Mayor Tram? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So on for the month of May, I just want to let the community know that East Ferris is going to be, we're still going to go ahead with our cleanup day. So with the COVID, we have a meeting tomorrow, and we're not sure how it's going to look, but I just want to let all the residents know that we are going to have a cleanup day. So whether it looks very similar from last year, or if we do something a little different, we'll see what happens. The end of that, the order is going to be a couple of days before, so we're not sure if it's going to get extended or not, or whatever the case may be, right? So we're again strapped with that, but we are going to do something, and if it is something just for around your household again, well then so be it. And but we're going to have some prizes, and we'll have a few things set up for the residents. So I just want to mention that, and again, that's going to be for May 11th.
May 11th, yes. That's outstanding. Oui, Councillor Champagne?
Yeah, I just want to echo Pauline, what you had said, and also Steve. I just want to thank Joanne for all the work she's done. She's
Absolutely.
She's absolutely awesome, and I worked with her in February, so a lot of things wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for her. So again, thank you, Joanne.
Yeah. Thanks, Joanne.
Right.
Thank you.
And we look forward to May 11th for cleanup. It was a real success last year, Deputy Mayor Tran, and I'm looking forward to it again this year. I think it's a good initiative in our municipality.
Yeah, I also want to say, Mayor, and I forgot, sorry, for everybody to keep an eye on social media on our webpage. So we'll have some more information coming up from there. They can see what's going to be happening. And if they have any questions, they're more than welcome to call me, and I can give them a personal update also. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all the comments. So on that note, merci beaucoup, Madame Saint-Denis. We'll carry on with our agenda. There's no report from the Municipal Office Project. We will move forward now to board reports. The Library Board, none for the session. Next meeting, well, the meeting was last night. Are there any comments, Councillor Lougheed?
Nothing to note. I'll just wait until the main minutes come in to report on them. Thank you.
Police Services Board, just to mention that we did have our meeting last week, and it was not the meeting of the Police Services Board, it was the subcommittee, the Community Safety and Wellbeing Plan. We now have a full committee. It was an outstanding meeting, and there is a public survey that is being finalized, and that should be sent to you in draft form next week. And so really good work by all of the citizens, again, on this particular committee. Departmental reports, there are none. The notice of motions, there are none. Bylaws, we move to bylaws, and there are two bylaws, sorry. Bylaw, pardon me, number 2021-16. I guess it's the first, second, and third reading this evening. Madam Clerk?
Yes, this is the bylaw that where we've been approved for funding through the Ontario Fire Marshals for, I believe it was around $5,700. You talked about it at the last council meeting. And all we had to do was sign the letter of intent, and then after that, forward that to the ministry. And at this point in time now, they wish to get into the agreement in order for them to release the money. The fire chief, with regards to the $5,700, the fire chief did an application for funding for training manuals and mannequins and instructors' books, and that came up to an amount of $5,500. So this program that we received the money for is part of the funding came about from the reaction of closing the Ontario Fire College. So once that came out, then the ministry dished out monies to different municipalities for them to do a little bit of purchasing. So I will go ahead and read the reading of the bylaw. If I could have a mover and a seconder, please. Moved by Councillor Kelly, seconded by Councillor Champagne. Whereas Council for the Municipality of East Ferris deems it expedient to pass 3 readings of the following bylaw at this session, be it hereby resolved that a bylaw to enter into an agreement with Her Majesty the Queen in right of Ontario as represented by the Office of the Fire Marshal be read a first, second, and third time passed and numbered 2021-16, and that the said bylaw be signed by the Mayor and Clerk and sealed with the seal of the corporation.
Any questions, comments? Well, all in favor? C'est bon, thank you, Carrie. Bylaw number 2021-18, also a first, second, and third reading. Madam Clerk?
This bylaw is a result of our special meeting we had a couple of weeks ago when we awarded the contract for the East Ferris Community Center Trust. So we awarded the contract, and now we have to pass the bylaw to enter into an agreement with Canalex. So I require a mover and a seconder. Moved by Councillor Lougheed, seconded by Councillor Champagne. Whereas Council for the Municipality of East Ferris deems it expedient to pass 3 readings of the following bylaw at this session, be it hereby resolved that a bylaw to enter into an agreement with Canalex Construction Company Limited for the repair of bowstring trusses at the East Ferris Community Center be read a first, second, and third time and passed and numbered 2021-18, and that the said bylaw be signed by the Mayor and Clerk and sealed with the seal of the corporation.
Any comments or questions? Bon, all in favor? Bon, carry. Okay, thank you so much, Madam Clerk. So we'll move now to correspondence and information items. And Deputy Mayor Trahan, is there anything that you would like to bring forward or discuss?
I'm good, I'll pass.
Thank you so much. Councillor Kelly?
No, I'm good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Councillor Kelly. Councillor Lougheed?
No, I am fine, thank you.
Thank you so much. Councillor Champagne?
The only thing I want to bring up more for discussion is the minutes from the Mattawa Conservation Authority. Our percentage is very low, and they froze the permits at the same price as last year, so there's no increases, which is good to hear from our constituents that the prices won't be going up. So that's a good thing. That's about all I have.
Bon, thank you, Councillor Champagne, for drawing our attention to that. And so on that note, we proceed then with the approval of the correspondence, Madam Clerk.
I apologize. A mover and a seconder, please. Moved by Councillor Lougheed, seconded by Deputy Mayor Trahan. The council acknowledged the correspondence and information has circulated with the agenda and dated the 13th day of April 2021.
All in favor? C'est bon, thank you. Okay, so now we move forward to the resolution for, and I guess for that, did you want to say a few words, Mr. CEO?
Sure, Mayor Rushford. So we've submitted, with the assistance of Donna Maitland, we've submitted an application to the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund Corporation. It's through their Enhance Your Community stream. And what project we put forward was the arena roof truss repair project. But also in discussions with NOHFC, they had suggested that, you know, we include other items that may be of need at the community center. So what we did a few years back, I believe it's 2 to 3 years ago, we had put out a tender for to replace the lights over the ice pad at the community center. But council didn't proceed with that one at that time. So what we did is we did ask NOHFC if they would fund all the upgrades to the lighting system over the ice pad. To go to LED lights. They would also include dimmers. So a dimming system so that you can have lights on, but they're not, you know, on or off. You have the option of dimming them. It's all about energy efficiency, right? So that's been included in there as well. And then back in 2010 and 2009 and 20 up to 2011, we did the renovations at the arena, but at that time there was cost overruns. So we weren't able to touch the kitchen at all. So we took the opportunity to include upgrading the kitchen facilities upstairs at the arena as well. So that's included in the application. So the total that's been submitted right now to NOHFC is $1,036,000. And that's been submitted now to NOHFC. It'll take, well, before we find out if we are successful, it's roughly 3 to 6 months. Any questions with it?
Councillor Lougheed, I see you just, no, no, okay, all right. And then we move forward with the resolution.
Yeah, okay. I require a mover and a seconder, please. Moved by Deputy Mayor Trahan, seconded by Councillor Champagne. That council for the corporation of the municipality of East Ferris authorize staff to submit a funding application to the NOHFC Enhance Your Community stream for repairs to the bowstring trusses, kitchen renovation. Pardon?
No, c'est correct.
Oh, okay. Your community stream for repairs to the bowstring trusses, kitchen renovations, and upgrading of light over the ice pad to LED lights at the East Ferris Community Center.
All in favor? Carried, thank you so much. Approval of accounts payable.
I require a mover and a seconder. Moved by Councillor Lougheed, seconded by Councillor Kelly. That council approved the general accounts for the municipality of East Ferris as indicated in the check register dated April 13, 2021 in the amount of $442,072.32.
All in favor? C'est bon, carried, thank you so much. Other business? There being none, we will proceed to in camera. Madam Clerk?
Okay, I will add the proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board as the resolution to amend the agenda on this resolution. I require a mover and a seconder, please. Moved by Deputy Mayor Trahan and seconded by Councillor Kelly. That this meeting proceeds to in-camera session at 6:28 p.m. under Section 239 of the Municipal Act 2001. Chapter 25, in order to address a matter pertaining to information explicitly supplied in confidence to the municipality or local board by Canada, a province or territory or crown agency of any of them, a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board.
All in favor? Okay, c'est bon.